pharmacists.
Okay.
And no, I think one of the things that our program really values is the ability to work together as a team. So we really we really work towards figuring that out in the recruitment process. If you're somebody who can be a team player and who can lead but also support from the middle, can accept help and give it. Most of our residents are, the other thing is our program at UK, you work a lot, put in a lot of hours. We have an on-call program. You're in the hospital overnight, dealing with issues. There are about half the nights, depending on, who you are and what you like to do when you're on call. About half the nights, you may not even sleep. It really is a program that you get pushed beyond your comfort zone. But it's a situation where you don't really know what you're capable of yet. And in your residency, you will find that out. And you'll realize, whoa, I can do way more than I ever really envisioned myself doing. We tend to get people, because of that, I guess, environment and philosophy of training people. A lot of our residents enjoy the hard work of learning. Being a resident can be very taxing, and you're placed in situations where you don't always know the answer, or you don't always know the right thing. We afford a lot of autonomy at UK, which makes it even more difficult because I'm not hovering over your shoulder, waiting to give an answer when you fail. You've got to figure it out. Like, I'm available, and I'm not going to let you hurt anybody, but you've got to figure it out. The safety net is pretty low. So, we need people who have a hard day at work and spend a lot of time, learning. And at the end, they don't say, man, that was a sucky day. That was a tough day. They say, wow, I learned a lot that day. Like, that was hard, but man, that was pretty fun. That's kind of the attitude that we need. Because if you don't have the attitude, you're going to be so miserable.
This is a hard question also. Our residents are really different every year, but I hope that this maybe still answers the question. But during interviews, what we are seeking are candidates that are hardworking, appear able to readily accept feedback, and are teachable. If a candidate is those things, we can get really far. And then also, we are just really looking for a good fit personality-wise.
I think a successful resident, which is what you're trying to ask, I think, is someone who's flexible. Obviously, things are always changing, as we've seen in times of COVID recently. So someone who can roll with the punches, adapt, and doesn't have to be so rigid that they can't change their plans, change their rotations or deadlines or whatnot. Kind of along with that goes time management. So, you might have good time management skills as a student, but that will be challenged as a resident because there's just different aspects, longitudinal projects that you may not have experience with as a student that are integrated as a resident. Also, someone who's self-driven and self-motivated. The point of a residency, we're obviously there to help you learn and grow, but you also need to have that self-motivation that we don't have to hold your hand, if you will, every step of the way. So those are some things that will benefit you.